NEWS.MC on Monaco Info is brought to you by Monaco Legend Properties. Bringing you news on Monaco's economy, culture, sports and more. Welcome to NEWS.MC, your English rendezvous on Monaco Info. Coming up on NEWS.MC, discover past week's top stories and meet the people who make Monaco.
My name is Ernesto De Marzio. I'm head of private banking at the UBS Monaco, and you're watching NEWS.MC on Monaco Info.
What's been making headline in the past week? The Aesthetic and Anti-Aging Medicine World Congress returned to Monaco on the 26th of March, drawing more than 17,000 professionals to the Grimaldi Forum. Running until Saturday the 30th, the event features over 1,000 brands across 350 stands and is now the world's largest gathering dedicated to aesthetic and anti-aging medicine. His Serene Highness Prince Albert II visited on Thursday, March the 27th, meeting participants and exploring new medical technologies and innovations in skin care, wellness and rejuvenation. The Congress also focuses on clinical education, offering advanced training programs like GAIN. For exhibitors, AMWC provides critical international exposure and the chance to engage directly with doctors and researchers. The Congress has evolved into a major platform for knowledge sharing and product development in a rapidly growing global sector. As a meeting point for science, beauty and business, Monaco continues to lead in shaping the future of aesthetic medicine. Monaco welcomed a new multi-activity complex on the 29th of March, the Pilotage et Loisirs Box 98, located on the terraces of Fontvieille. Designed to appeal to all ages, the 4,700-metre square space offers a dynamic mix of entertainment and sport. At its heart is a 400-metre-long elevated karting track inspired by the thrills of the Monaco Grand Prix. Visitors can also enjoy bowling, karaoke, arcade games and cutting-edge driving simulators featuring global racing circuits. The centre's creators, Clivio Piccione, Gerald Sistek and Paolo Gagliardini, developed the project in partnership with the princely government as part of Monaco's commitment to youth-oriented spaces. Box 98 also includes a snack bar, cafe and VIP lounge broadcasting major sports events. Everything is fully digitized, from game credits to karting registrations, with an app allowing users to track rankings and receive updates. The centre opens daily from 7 a.m, with extended activity hours as demand grows. Box 98 promises to become a landmark destination for fun, competition and community connection in Monaco. The Oceanographic Museum of Monaco launched its new immersive exhibition, Mediterranean 2050, officially opened by His Serene Highness Prince Albert II on the 29th of March. Spread across 1,000 square meters, the exhibition explores the beauty, biodiversity, and fragile state of the Mediterranean Sea. It presents a journey through past, present, and future, envisioning a healthier sea by 2050 if bold action is taken now. Despite covering just 1% of the ocean's surface, the Mediterranean handles 30% of global maritime traffic and 7% of marine microplastics. The exhibition highlights these pressures and calls for urgent collective action to achieve the global target of protecting 30% of land and ocean by 2030. Interactive installations, thematic spaces, and virtual reality experiences engage visitors of all ages. A central message invites the public, governments and businesses to commit to change, offering hope for a well-managed, resilient Mediterranean teeming with life by mid-century. The 69th edition of the Rose Ball, held on March the 29th at the Sporting Monte Carlo, embraced a vibrant Caribbean theme under the direction of Christian Louboutin. Presided over by Her Royal Highness, the Princess of Hanover, and attended by their Serene Highnesses, Prince Albert II and Princess Charlene, the evening blended glamour and generosity. With stunning performances and a tropical setting, the event raised vital funds for the Princess Grace Foundation, supporting sick children and cultural projects for students. Monaco's culinary scene shone brightly as the Michelin Guide revealed its 2025 winners during a ceremony at the Hotel Hermitage Monte Carlo on March the 31st. Chef Yannick Allenau's restaurant at the Hotel Hermitage was awarded 2 stars less than a year after opening. Marcel Ravin's Elsa restaurant and Domenico D'Antonio's new venue each earned their first star, marking a strong showing for local talent. Meanwhile, Blue Bay, also led by Ravin, was honoured with the Passion Dessert Award, highlighting excellence in pastry and reinforcing Monaco's status as a fine dining capital. An international summit titled SOS Ocean was held in Paris at the Musée de la Marine on March 31st, just months ahead of the third United Nations Ocean Conference set for June in Nice. The event brought together political leaders and scientists, including His Serene Highness Prince Albert II and French President Emmanuel Macron, to intensify efforts for ocean protection. Discussions focused on 5 key areas: international legal frameworks, ocean security, pollution reduction, climate change, and marine biodiversity. His Serene Highness Prince Albert II highlighted the vulnerability of the Mediterranean and called for more marine protected areas. Monaco will play a pivotal role in June, hosting the Blue Economy Finance Forum to promote innovation and investment in sustainable ocean solutions. The 9th edition of the Princess Charlene Rally for Peace brought together nearly 400 third-year students from Monaco's 3 secondary schools for a day of sports, learning and team building. Held in partnership with the Princess Charlene Foundation and Peace and Sport, the event featured a packed programme including a conference led by Champions for Peace, a drawing contest, a relay on rowing machines and a rescue course aimed at promoting values such as teamwork, humility and commitment. The rally encouraged students to reflect on sport as a tool for personal growth and social change. Notable examples of peace through sport were highlighted, from historic sports truces to inspiring athletes. The day concluded with a group photo holding white cards supporting the global campaign for peace through sport. The Rocker team fell to Panathinaikos on Thursday, April 3rd, as Kendrick Nunn delivered a dominant performance in the EuroLeague's 33rd round. The American guard, the competition's top scorer, led his team to a 76-88 victory with 37 points and a record-breaking efficiency rating of 43, outshining Monaco's Mike James. While Panathinaikos secured its playoff spot with 21 wins, Monaco, now at 20 wins and 13 losses, must wait for other results. Next up, our exclusive interview with the personalities making the Principality.
My name is Ernesto De Marzio. I'm head of private banking at the UBS Monaco. So I was born in Italy, in Rome, but I've quite a diverse background because I've lived in several countries during my life. Ended up in Monaco 25 years ago, and now it's been the country where I've lived for the longest time, very happily in Monaco, actually. I come from a background in politics from the family side, and my first working experiences were into politics. First in Italy, then in Brussels, European Community. By chance, I ended up working in corporate finance in Paris and eventually in Monaco in private banking. But I would say it was not my first love. So 25 years ago, I came to Monaco actually with the idea of only staying 3-4 years maximum, because then I wanted to keep traveling the world. And somehow I got really attached to Monaco, and I'm still here after so many years. And it's interesting because I've really seen Monaco grow over these past 25 years. As I told you, I've lived in many different countries, and Monaco now has the best of both worlds because it's a small city, it's a small town, but it's very international, very cosmopolitan. So you have all the advantages of a small place with the advantages of a cosmopolitan international city. When I joined UBS 9-10 years ago, it was a very Swiss-German bank. Most of the managers were Swiss-German, and I would say their approach was very Swiss. In the past 5-6 years, it's become very international. Our chairman, he's half Irish American, or head of Europe, she's Italian. You know, the management is very, very international. So I've seen the bank really evolve. We're of course the biggest bank in Europe, but we're also the biggest player in Asia and one of the top banks in the US. We've kept our Swiss DNA becoming much more international. We were one of the biggest players on the financing side in Monaco, Monaco and France. We have a pretty strong appetite for financing. We do mortgages, we do structural lending, we do aircraft financing, we do yacht financing, we do ship financing. And often, you know, the very few things we cannot do out of Monaco, we can do, from the group. We have a pretty strong team here in Monaco. We have a trading room, we have advisory services, we have discretionary services, which we work alongside our Swiss and Luxembourg colleagues. And in terms of financing, it's, we can access a very large spectrum of services. Monaco in itself, it's a hub of people from different countries, different nationalities, different backgrounds, and they live in Monaco and they still have interest around across the world. UBS is probably the best option for these kind of clients because we can help them, serve them for all their specific needs in Monaco, and at the same time cater their needs around the world, whether they have interests still in Europe, in Asia, the US, or different countries. So we try and fit their international needs out of Monaco. There's a negative connotation around banks, but I would say the role of the banking system is very important in making sure that the economy runs well. It's a very regulated industry. It's very important in the way we actually cater our clients' interest and banks, how they support industries. So the banking industry is very important in Monaco. It's evolved over time. I'm convinced that it will keep playing an important role in Monaco and in the way business is done here. There's a lot of international players which are already present. There's some that I know are looking to come into Monaco, and once again, it's an important part of the local business. On the crypto, we've always been very cautious. We like digitalization, we like artificial intelligence, and we're actually starting to adopt some of this technology inside the bank. So it's only the beginning. We're convinced that the evolution is going to be positive for the world in general and also for our industry. We shouldn't shy away from innovation. We should understand it and adopt it in the best possible way. The main reasons people come to Monaco is security. And then, of course, there's everybody else. There's everything else, from proximity to the weather, of course, the interesting fiscal setup. But Monaco, over time, as you said, became a quite cosmopolitan international city. It keeps growing. It's very dynamic. And I refer to Monaco sometimes as a country club. There's a local feel where you're comfortable, where you know people, where you walk around and you discuss with peers about anything. I was not convinced I was going to stay this long in Monaco. And now I really have a hard time finding a place to replace Monaco. I've really grown attached. I think it's the quality of life is incredible, and it resembles very much what you can get from bigger cities. Home is really Monaco. It's been for many years. I have 3 kids. All of them were born in Monaco. They were schooled in Monaco. So I really feel at home in Monaco, and I envisage myself staying for the rest of my life here. It's quite interesting because it's really a feeling I've had when I went to New York. I would say the same feeling when you go to New York. In a very short time, you feel that you become a New Yorker. So the city really attracts you very easily. I think it's the same for Monaco, and I've noticed with people that come to Monaco. After maybe at the beginning they come from bigger cities, they're a bit skeptical, and I can assure you that after a year, most of them are convinced and hardly will decide to actually go back to a different place.
That's all for today. Thank you for watching NEWS.MC, your English rendezvous on Monaco Info. Discover the full interview and more stories on our websites, NEWS.MC and MonacoInfo.com. Next week, we will receive Justin Hyman, Deputy CEO of the Monaco Economic Board. This show is intended to provide a summary of the past week's top stories for the English-speaking audience. For daily and real-time news updates in English, please visit news.mc and subscribe to our free daily newsletter. For French news, visit MonacoInfo.com. This show was brought to you by Monaco Legend Properties.